welcome to the studio.
Yeah. So please introduce yourself.
You know what, everybody? It is so exciting to be here at Kride.
Okay.
It's so great to be with you guys. And I'm excited to be a part of your guys' day. Hello, everybody. I'm Danny Koo.
Yeah, thanks for thinking of us so good.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
와, 진짜 너무 좋다. Whoa,
A lot of
nice.
people are scared to come here because we're so crazy.
No, I love it.
Oh yeah.
The energy is so great.
Okay.
But by the way, your energy is also very great. So I think you will
Nice.
blend with us.
And I just noticed you brought your violin over to the show
I
today.
did.
So
It's right
you want to
here.
join me for? Okay, let's try it
가능할까?
out.
되나?
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
아, 너무 좋네.
Gonna ask you more things
Yeah.
about your violin very soon, but first of all, welcome to K right here.
Thank you.
And I don't know, it's so because the first time I saw Danny was actually during a long dinner a long time ago, last year.
That's right. It was already last year.
It was with TJ and Kevin O.
That's right.
Right, and Chris Pitting like arranged that before, and then I met you for the first time there. He was so bubbly and so easygoing, so nice.
I still remember the first time when I met Danny. That was on 12th floor, was it?
Yes,
Or
that's
12
right.
or 13 or whatever,
진짜.
right? And then when I first saw him, like, I was thinking in my mind that how come TJ's guests are such a good-looking guys when we have guests like packed with like skinny British guy like Sam Carter or the no, just kidding. Yeah.
Because they are all they're like the 꽃보다 남자 of the
그러니까요.
classical scene, 진짜.
태진이 형도 참 잘생겼고
진짜 almost paradise 그런 건 빛나네. Oh my goodness. Anyway, welcome to our K Rides Wednesday afternoon live here. And the first question I want to ask you actually, how are you this day?
I am doing so well. You know what? Lately, I've been really busy. And, with the type of music I'm doing, of course, the foundation is classical music. But apart from that, I've been doing some jazz and a little bit of pop. And so, just spreading myself out there and getting myself out there. It's been really fun. I've been doing
진짜.
just a lot of random
You guys have to
eclectic
check
things.
his SNS. If you see him, wow, you're so busy.
Yeah, lately. Thankfully.
last year, actually.
Yeah. So I guess since I finished Superband, I think that opened up also like a lot of new doors. And so, just been doing a lot of random stuff. It's been really fun.
And then what really surprises me is like you actually sing.
Yeah, so I haven't even been singing for a year now, but I started singing in the middle of this song called Be My Love, just in the middle, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. And so with my album that came out, I was writing one of the songs, and it was supposed to be actually just a violin and piano piece, but then I kind of got stuck after the chorus, and so I was like, 어떡하지 이렇게 하다가 I started writing lyrics to it, and I was like, oh snap, this is a song. Then I'm gonna sing it. So 이렇게 됐죠.
Oh no, and you
그렇게
opened the
됐어요.
Pandora box.
I did.
Once you start singing, people would not let you stop.
이제 사람들이 노래를 좋아하더라고요. Yeah, people like singing, I think.
Good.
좋은 거죠. Anyways, we're going to talk more about your music later, but for now, let's go back to the first day of your life.
I
When
know.
were you born?
First day of my life.
We're so
man.
curious about so many things about you, especially we have a lot of first-time listeners
맞죠.
here.
Yes.
First of all, tell us, where are you from? Why is
Okay.
your English so good?
Okay, my life story. Let's get it. Okay.
Story of
So you
my
were born in-
life.
Okay, so my parents met in Korea.
Okay.
They were CC campus couple.
Oh my goodness.
And
Really?
then they went to study in Chicago in the United States. And that's where, surprise! Hello everybody! 제가 나타났죠. 예, 이게 91년생. 이제 91년도에 제가 나타나서 I lived in Chicago and then I moved to Philadelphia. And my parents still live in Philadelphia.
Oh.
And then afterwards I lived in Boston and Toronto. And then I moved to Korea 2020 February 1st. So it's been over 2 years.
Oh,
a little bit over 2
Hey,
years.
then the question is, how could you speak Korean so well?
So you know what? After moving to Korea, like it definitely started getting way better.
Okay.
Wait, did you speak Korean back then?
I did a little bit, and but I think it was always like super. Even right now, I have like kind of the Kyopo accent, but back then I was just too shy to use Korean. But then
Actually, I never really heard him sing Korean, talking Korean.
I mean, he just said it before the show.
지금 우리 한국말 조금 해보자.
지금부터 한국말 할까요? 사실 우리가 이렇게 한국말로 얘기하는 거 처음이에요.
한국인인데?
에이, 뭐야?
아니, 한국인인데?
최근에
There's
많이
no
늘었어요.
Kyopo accent in it.
그런 게 있었어요. You know what I felt? I came to Korea and I was like, man, like people, like 이쁘게 교포라서 이쁘게 지금은 봐주지만 제가 이제 나중에 60살 돼서 아직도 한국말을 못하면 조금 민망하다 이런 생각이 들더라고요. 그래서
really?
그 다음부터 이제 좀 한국말 좀 연습해야 되겠다. 그래서
I mean, don't worry about it. You sound so like Korean. This
thank
is
you,
what you
man.
call 교포 accent. Introduce yourself in Korean, please.
니들이 뭔데 내 한국어 판단해?
This is competition.
This is a competition. Oh man, but his Korean is really good.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
진짜.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what
Right.
happened after?
Right. When did you start doing music though?
So I started when I was young. I started when I was 6, and I loved doing music, but I only took it up as a career path, like right before my senior year of high school. And ever since then, I've just been doing the whole classical music route. And
Did you like violin though? Did your parents like whip you like?
no.
You have to play violin.
My
Play.
parents actually didn't push me at all. They're both chemists. They're both scientists, and so they do something completely different. But yeah, they were just very supportive, and I just really did it for fun. And then
They do science.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and then I just got into it, and then the reason I moved to Korea was because in the States and in Europe, the type of work that I do was just like recitals or concertos, and it's very
Right.
classical, right? But then ever since 2016, I would kind of go back and forth to Korea just to play, and I realized, oh man, like here I can do so many fun things, like even be on Kride and like just do just like. Like as a classical violinist, I can do many more things, more variety of things. And
Right.
so I found that very appealing. And so I
This
just
is
took the move.
interesting.
Yeah.
So now I'm very curious about it. So we know that you're crossing both from the classical music scene to also the mainstream here, the K-pop and everything. What do you think are the difference between these two music scenes if you compare them?
The two music scenes, you know what? I think the classical scene, even still now, is a little bit more conservative.
Right.
You know, we see other genres, even like trot or like even traditional Korean, like kugak. They do so many collaborations cross genres, right?
Right.
But then classical music scene, they're still like, oh, we only do our classical music. Like, there's still a little bit of this left. And for me, it's like that's kind of a shame because I feel like that's also part of the reason why classical music is kind of dying. Unless
Right,
people are
right.
like attracted to it. And so I think like even with the music that I've been kind of trying to put out there, it's like there's classical, but then there's also a little bit of jazz and there's a little bit of like, pop or just I think collaborations are the way to go. And yeah, I think classical music is slowly catching up to the other scenes.
That's why we need you here to break this barrier.
That is right. I mean, you even collaborated with the kids brand called Pink Thing.
Yeah.
recently, so tell us about that too.
The baby 상어.
Yeah.
And so I started that a couple years ago. It's been like 5 years. They called me to be their classical guide. And so we started by making kind of like TV and YouTube, not tube content, just like...
얘기해도 돼요.
Oh, okay. Introducing classical music. Like literally I'd be doing like 아기 상어를 하다가 like 갑자기 비발디 하고 막 it's like kind of putting classical music within 동요.
Parents would love that.
Yeah. And then we
어머니도
started
좋아하시겠다.
making like musicals, and so we made this musical, and the idea was to fill classical halls like 예술의 전당 with kids. And
Yo,
so that's
I
been-
love that.
That's been really fun. Yeah. And
Whoa,
so
this is really very different. I like that.
it's been really fun. Yeah.
Right. All right. We're gonna end this part very soon, so we want to give you some quick question, which is I'm sure you don't have the questions on your script, by the way.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Sudden quiz for you here.
Okay.
We're gonna give you a few to end this part. I'm gonna be right back. So the question here. Oh, actually, you could see the question here. When I hear hero, the first person that comes to my mind is
My mom.
Okay, the second one. I can be quite adorable when I...
Wake up from sleeping.
wow. They say home is where the heart is. For me, that is
That is Korea right now.
Yo.
For sure.
Next one, the perfect
100%.
night in and out would consist of...
You know what?
when, where?
Good food, good friends. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like nothing beats that.
Okay. My go-to coffee drink is
Just ice americano.
America.
Okay, true or false? I think 5-year-old Danny would be proud of 2022 Danny.
True.
Okay.
My favorite spot and space at home is
Is on my bed.
time.
Your bad. Okay, not the toilet. Okay. The last thing that runs through my mind before I fall asleep is
Usually I'm watching YouTube before I fall asleep, so whatever thing I'm watching.
Okay. Next one. Well, next one. When my friends come to me for help, it's usually because they need A, my advice, B, me to listen.
Need to listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah.
When your loved one is cold and asks for your jacket, you will A.
Get-
Yes, take it. B. I'm cold too. C. Other.
옛날에 벗었죠. Of course, man. Of course, A, man. Come on, man.
옛날에 wait 옛날에?
Of course, it's already off, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
That's all for the question here for now. And of course, we're going to go through these questions one by one and interrogate you very soon about why you
snap.
chose
Okay.
those things, right?
Yes.
All right, we're going to be right back here, everybody, after a song. This song is actually called If This Is the Last Time. What is this song about?
Yeah, so this is a actually Lainey song, and I did this during Superband with these friends, and it was just the last round that I was a part of, and this is about kind of if this is the last time you're seeing your parents, what you would want to say to them,
Oh,
you know, and so it's very beautiful lyrics.
I was just watching this zombie drama. His mom turned into a zombie.
맞아,
Well,
그거랑
let's not
좀
take it
달라요.
there, man.
그거 봤구나.
Yeah, you know which one.
Yo,
Let's
stressful,
talk off
man.
air.
Anyways, we're gonna be back after a song. This is K Brown, Danny Koo, Yoon Hyun-sang. You've been with If This Is the Last Time.
That's right. You're listening to K-Ride on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas. I'm your driver, Alexander.
And I'm your driver, Samuel. You can listen live with the TBS EFM application or catch our visual radio over on YouTube under the same name.
You remind me of Nicki Minaj. And by the way, we're in the studio with Danny Koo.
Yeah, let's go. Hello, everybody.
Right. So today, well, we have a lot of messages actually. 나 윤호님 say that 라니 곡으로 들었는데 데니 군이 버전도 너무 감동이고 멋있었어요.
By the way,
아,
it's
감사합니다.
Laney,
감사합니다.
sorry, it's Laney, not Lanny.
Yeah. Next one from
Yeah.
Lendisha says Danny Koo is my favorite in Superband
Oh,
too.
thank you, love.
Janice Arado message. You want to read for us?
Yeah, Danny Koo is truly a talented artist. It's hard to start violin training. You have to lift the violin using your neck. Good vibes. That is true.
Exactly. I want to
Lift
ask you about
using your
it.
neck.
It's so difficult because you always have to clip the violin on your jaw.
Yeah, for real though. It's that's why most violinists they all have bad backs.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's like very an
직업병.
awkward instrument. It's like kind of like kayagum because you always have to twist yourself for
Right.
kayagum, and for violin too, you always put it on your neck.
Is there anywhere you like 관리?
I guess it's just like working out every day, and also like recently I started to get chim.
Oh,
Yo.
the acupuncture thing.
Yo, so nice.
Really?
It's really nice.
It helps you.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't use your phone while doing that. You know, Final Destination? Oh my
Right.
goodness.
What?
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
oh.
stop there. Aha. Jenny Zarado also say, oh, Danny has a bruise on his neck.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
I do.
noticed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's from playing the violin.
How do you know it's a bruise? How do you know it's not the kiss mark? Okay, just kidding. It's a violin thing.
Yeah, next one, 은서님이 so sweet, Danny.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Sunshine will say, 오늘 개타. Can you read this for me, Sam?
Can you read it, Danny?
Are you
오늘
good at
개타네요. 데니님 등장해. 어휴, 못하는 게 없는 데니의 연주와 노래 기대할게요. 감사합니다. 갑자기 스튜디오 전체의 에너지 뿜뿜 이후 잠이 다 깨네요. 아, 감사합니다.
그러니까요.
Hey, his Korean is better than me.
근데 the thing about him is I thought we were the energetic one, but his energy is on different
Our level, 맞아.
Oh, you guys are the best.
Oh my goodness, let's bombaya. Okay, back to the question we asked you earlier.
Yeah,
Earlier we
let's go through.
stopped here. I'm so curious about a few things here.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, I wouldn't even ask about like, okay, why do you think your mom is your hero?
You know, she's just as I get older and older, I am appreciative of my parents more and more.
Okay.
And I just feel like, she just made a lot of sacrifices I never really understood.
What about your
until
dad?
now.
He's gonna
Yeah.
be jealous.
Yeah, my dad too, but my mom is, my dad is cool.
Okay.
My dad won't be jealous.
Of course, your dad is
My-
cool.
my dad's
That's why
chilling.
you're Danny Koo.
My,
okay?
Yeah. So the next one, you could be quite adorable when you just wake up, right? So
Yeah.
Why don't
'Cause
you SNS yourself?
You know what it is? I have the craziest bed hair because I always
Okay.
shower right before sleeping. So I always wake up and I got like this afro going on.
맞아.
I think it's cute.
You should 인증샷.
혼자 특이하게
You should
생겼구나.
인증샷.
오늘.
And they say that home is where and 이거 진짜 말 참 잘한다. Seoul is your I won't even go there. The perfect night is with your good friend. Okay.
Yeah.
My go-to cup. Are you 얼추가?
얼주가 무조건.
You are everything ice americano.
Ice
no matter
americano,
what.
cold brew, like always.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
for
don't
coffee.
like hot coffee. Okay,
근데 that
interesting.
means he's still 젊어, you know. Once people get old enough, then they start eating all the hot stuff, like you do yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday I had I had hot coffee. I'm getting old. Okay, and I'm curious. What would you want to say to a 5-year-old Danny?
What would I want to say?
If you could do that.
You know what? I would just say just keep doing whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think I'm very lucky that I grew up in the States and in just like a normal public school system where I really just did whatever I wanted. I like sports, you know, like
I think your parents
hang out
give
with
you a lot of
friends.
freedom. Too.
Yeah. Like I would literally finish school at 2 p.m. and just go to my friend's house and just hang out. You
I'm
know, like
surprised.
yeah, it was just very chill.
I thought your parents would all, like pressure you to do science.
Oh yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
Wow,
that's probably why
from
then,
them.
yeah, I'm an only
좋겠다.
So the next one of my favorite spots based at home is what was your answer?
On my
room.
bed.
on
your
my bed,
bed.
yeah.
아니 왜냐면 사실 요즘엔 it got a little bit warmer, but people when it was still cold, I bought a 전기장판. Yo, let's get it. Life changing. You know what I'm
The
saying?
warming mat
it's the
thing.
best. So
you
I just
can't
like
wake up.
I'm
Oh
just
my
posting on my bed all the time.
Okay. All right. And then the next one, like you watch YouTube a lot. When your friends come to help, you're gonna. It's usually because of your advice. You're a good person to give advice.
Yeah, advice or usually I just kind of listen, and I sometimes people ask me for advice, but. Usually, I don't give my advice unless it's asked for the most part. But
You know your line.
You should just listen. Yeah.
Okay. And you say you're gonna 옛날이었으면 you're gonna take your jacket 이런 거. What does that mean?
No, it was just a joke. It's like if it was cold, my loved one would already be wearing my jacket. Is what I'm saying.
Wow,
Yeah. It's just a
let us
joke.
test
Yeah,
him
yeah.
next winter.
I mean, the last question is pretty similar to our question of the day, which was 집에 손님이 놀러 왔는데 히터가 망가졌다. 그러면 데니쿠는 뭐를 할 것인가 이 상황에서?
That's a good question. You know, you said you would cook soup, right?
Right.
You know, I think I would do something similar, like cook something warm or just like a warm drink.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, but if it's like really cold and the heater's broken, probably we would go elsewhere.
Okay.
If I were to invite someone, like 카페를 가든지, you know what I mean?
되게 냉정하다. Okay, we have one very curious question.
Yes.
Actually, yesterday, me, PD님, 작가님, we were outside. We thought about this question and we want to ask you.
Yeah.
If you were on Titanic,
Titanic.
would you be playing your violin like those guys until the end?
No
or would
way.
you be running away like, Jack?
I would be the most running away. I would be the most. I don't think, you know what? You know that scene where like the guys are playing their instruments?
Right.
Until the very
That,
end.
you know what? That is like a very selfless thing. I think that's really incredible. But if I were actually really in that moment, I wonder what I would do. I mean, if there's no hope, if there's like no boat or anything, like lifeboat, yeah, maybe I would just play, you know, and just kind of accept. But if there is like a life raft and there is space, yeah, I'm gonna be on that boat. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I mean?
Interesting, because a lot of even 작가님 and everybody say, I think he's gonna play the violin until the end. We're like, we don't know. Let's ask him. 궁금했어. What would you do, Sam?
I would try to run.
Run?
For my life.
There's no way to run.
I mean, at least I know how to swim, so I'm actually a really good swimmer. So
I'm gonna be the last one there, like Jack.
What?
Jack. Jack. Let's just move on. Okay. All right. So today we are here. We actually have you here because we released a new. It's so random, huh? That's what we do. You have a new album here. Tell us about this album.
Yeah, so thank you guys for already introducing it. It's called Home, and because you know home, rather than it could also be a place, but it's usually just the vibe. You know, like where you feel most comfortable.
Are you having homesick?
No, not really. I mean, I am happy to be here. Like right now, I think I am very happy to be here. Sometimes I do miss the States. Sometimes I miss Philly. Sometimes I miss my parents' home and that kind of stuff. But I actually love being in Korea. But yeah, and so this album, like you guys said, is just kind of like a collective of different types of genres, and different songs that I've always loved and that have always kind of given me a little bit of strength throughout the years. And so just a couple songs I want to share with people. And so this is really like a random album, right? There's like Bakshakon, which is super classical. And then there's like My Funny Valentine.
But you're singing in this song, right?
Yes. So in 4 of the songs I sing.
Right.
4 out of 6 I sing.
Were
So,
you? Did your label force you kind of?
No, not
Pressure
at
you?
all. You know what? Actually, it just kind of happened. Like, like for example, Danny Boy, one of the songs, "Oh Danny Boy, the pipes, the pipes." That song, I usually played on the violin, but the lyrics are so beautiful. So I was just like, oh, why don't I sing the first verse?
Oh.
And then it kind of just happened like that. And My Funny Valentine, like I am a huge Chet Baker
Okay.
fan. And so I was like, oh, he plays the trumpet and occasionally sings.
And he
so,
sings too,
Yeah, why not? I should just do that to make my own arrangement of
The
My
thing is,
Funny.
like, you are also good at singing.
I
People
can't
say
wait to
God
hear.
is fair. No, God is not
No,
fair. You have everything,
no,
진짜.
it's
You got a
just
look,
for
you got a
fun.
talent, you got a singing and everything. That's
so,
why.
about the first song you're going to perform, which is
Yeah.
called Will You Be My Home?
Will You Be My Home? Yeah, so I was
so-
thinking like this kind of came out as like a love song. So I was like, oh, what's the most romantic thing I could say to someone? And it's like, oh, will you be my home? You know, it's kind of romantic, you know? And so, yeah.
Will you be my home?
Yeah, should I get ready?
Yeah,
let's do it.
definitely. All right. Once guy also sent a message. He said, "Oh my God, everyone is so hype. I love the vibe that Danny brought to K-Ride. It's like everyone got an energy drink today." I know, right? He has the same frequency with us.
Oh, you know what I've been thinking ever since he came into the studio was that he even has more energy than we do, I think.
I think, yeah, 진짜.
right?
What's your MBTI?
그러니까.
ENFP, 완전 ENFP.
ENFP? That's pretty similar to us.
우리
ENFJ?
J니까. Yo!
Yo, party time!
Let's
go!
All right, everybody, this is Danny Koo live in the studio with Will You Be My Home?
The first time 날 처음 본 순간 시간이 멈춰져 버렸지. The second time 눈이 내리던 순간 두 손을 마주 잡아 보았지. 그대게 말하고 싶어요. 오늘도 나와 같다면 이제 말해볼게요. 내게 기대봐요. 사랑을 말할게. Will you be my home forever? And I will always be there right by your side. So won't you be my The last time already, a memory forever. I remember home.
I
나 기립박수.
Wow, isn't it your first time doing 기립박수 after seeing an artist live in our studio? That was really impressive.
That violin was wow.
By the way, listening to his live made me think that I would love to listen to his record through a phonograph.
Wow.
Actually, I'm trying to get one of those Edison phonograph from
No way.
1907. I found the mint condition one from the
way.
States, so I'm trying to import it to Korea. And I'm about to try that wax recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm really interested in all
Here
these.
comes
like,
a musician
original
talks
Oh,
about
that'd be
recording
awesome, bro.
process.
I love to hear your music through that one.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You guys should do something together.
Let's
Oh
do
my
it.
God.
Absolutely.
After
I'm
I bring
down.
that thing over to Korea, I'll call you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we
absolutely.
have a lot of messages here regarding
Nice.
Danny. 재현이 said, Danny 노래하니까 심장 녹아나고 있어요. Melting. Tears, give me a second, I want to cry.
클라우드 K님도 와우 노래가 완전 눈 내리는 밤을 걷고 싶어요. 바이올린 캐 하시네 한수 너무 좋아요.
You know what? I just want to have like wine or hot chocolate in front of fireplace listening to your
Nice.
song.
I love that.
좋아. 진짜 그 느낌
맞아요.
나요.
감사합니다.
김미선님 also say that 산디만큼 텐션 좋은 데니고 휴벤 I think his like tension is higher than me sometimes.
그러니까요.
휴벤에서 노래 불렀을 때 깜짝 놀랐어요. 잘 불러서 앨범 발매도 축하합니다.
아, 감사합니다.
Exactly, you sing so well. My
thank you.
goodness.
맞아요. 김미선님 거는 읽었죠. 그럼
Right.
Lendy says I suddenly want a partner for a slow dance while listening to this song.
와 진짜
so
맞아요.
sweet.
Oh
맞아.
man. 신비한 데니 사전 say that Korea Chad Baker is
Nice.
Danny.
그러니까요.
Let's go.
Woo, that's a big compliment.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment.
Woo, good.
Yes.
All right, so actually we want to clarify something that we are so curious about because we did a little digging and
Yes,
found this excerpt like floating around on the internet saying that is personal interests including taking long walks, drinking tea, listening to jazz, dreams of jamming with Bill Evans, and loves food and it's in search of the perfect bibimbap. Is this true?
No, so I see where you guys found. So I wrote this in my bio a long time ago when I was going into grad school because I realized all classical bios everyone writes down what competitions they won, like
Right.
who their teachers were. I was like, no one cares. I was like, let's just write just something about myself. And so I just kind of wrote that as a joke, but those are all true. I love Korean food is my soul food. And so finding that perfect bibimbap, man, that's hard.
Have you found it?
No.
What about UK bibimbap?
I love UK bibimbap. 근데 I'm talking about like the classic like torso bibimbap. Like the, just like
어렵지.
물론 다 맛있지만
Right.
와 이건 진짜 인생 비빔밥이다. 이건 아직 안 나왔어요.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you have it. Let's search for that also.
Let's do it.
Because I always eat the franchise one only also.
Yeah.
You know which one.
Right.
That's why. Interesting. Okay, we're just curious about that.
Thank you.
And also one more thing we're very curious. Why do you always sing Don't Go Changing? 이유가 뭐예요?
So I love Billy Joel. Billy Joel is one because Billy Joel hometown was near my hometown. And so
that's
Billy Joel
why.
was like kind of like the hero of my high school. And so like Don't Go Change. I love that song or like or like you know just like all of his songs are so
I was
good.
just curious.
Right.
Every time he would suddenly play piano and like
Right.
turn around, Don't Go Changing. I'm like, huh? Where? Like I was so curious.
Yes.
Right. And okay, we are moving on to this part. We actually don't understand how you actually live your life because on our hand, we have a plan here. We're going to post it later on Instagram, of course.
So this is his daily timetable.
Right, the
how he
timetable.
lives
I
his
can't
life.
believe it.
It's you know what, my life is very boring unless I have work. So if I don't have a concert that day, my life consists of just like sleeping and practicing and eating and like hang out with friends.
근데 what I
And-
really like about you is that you have 8 hours of sleep no matter.
Oh,
what.
I need my sleep. I am a sleeper.
1 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yeah.
진짜.
Yeah.
That's why you have good skin.
Nice.
And you say your life is pretty boring, but to me,
Let's
this
go
looks
through this.
pretty well balanced. So he goes to bed at 1 a.m. in the morning and sleeps until 9 a.m.
He wakes up.
And he drinks a cup of coffee.
And you go to gym in the morning?
I do.
Wow.
안 피곤해요?
원래는 I used to go to the gym at night.
Right.
But then I realized, like, I started going in the mornings, and it is so hard actually getting to the gym. But then
그니까.
once you get there, after the gym, I just feel like so good.
상쾌, right?
Oh, and so that's become a routine.
Oh,
So.
okay.
힘이 없는데. And then after gym you go practice.
And then you have lunch and then go back to practice and
커피
violin.
중독자네.
아, 커피 되게
again.
좋아해요.
Oh, good. What kind of coffee do you like? 산미 있는 거 없는 거?
아, 저는 별로 상관이 없어요. 다 좋아요. 산미 있는 게 조금 더 좋긴 해요.
For the caffeine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then
you
after he
practice
hangs out
again.
with friends, yeah.
Yeah, I'll hang out with friends or like, like watch a movie or
Wait,
something.
from 3 to 7 you practice violin. What do you practice for?
Just concerts, upcoming concerts. Yeah.
Oh, and then you meet friends from 7 to afterwards?
Yeah.
It's
So
like your
usually
free
that's like
time.
kind of my free time. Yeah, exactly.
So in case of violin players listening to our radio, do you have like a solid practice routine?
You know what? I think it's important for any violinist never to have more than 24 hours in between each practice session.
Okay.
Oh, why?
I think because like our fingers like between like an A natural and an A flat like it's 손톱 차이니까
맞아요.
음정이.
와, 손가락
So
되게
like
이쁘다.
you have to keep practicing, and so I would say just consistency. But that's with anything, right?
Okay, this
Right,
might
right.
sound wrong, but your finger, it's so beautiful.
thank you.
Even if you give me a middle finger, I'll be so happy, you know? 진짜 예뻐. Look at her finger. Oh, by the way, I think PD님 will soon like prepare a siren sound for me, just especially for
Okay.
me because I've been always crossing the line. Yeah, but anyway, here... So right now we are like 1 o'clock. We're actually stealing his lunch and coffee time.
맞네요.
No, this is great. This is awesome. I even wore actually my happy socks for today.
What is a happy socks? Tell us
예,
about
근데
it.
이쁜 양말 신었어요.
Wait, so you wear different socks depending on your mood?
Yeah, man.
What?
I just today. No, usually I just wear black socks, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Kride. It's like party time, so I have to wear my party socks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so whenever you're in a good mood, you pair your socks.
Yeah,
or
man.
something. Oh, 진짜.
Sometimes. 왜냐면 팬티를 보여줄 수는 없으니까 양말.
Okay.
Okay.
이쁜 양말을
do
신었습니다.
you pair your underwear with your socks?
No.
Okay, I do.
By the way, you do?
I do. I have to. The color.
최고다.
색깔 안 맞으면 I
와,
just
형
get very
최고다.
angry, you know. Oh my
진짜로.
goodness.
인정.
Right. Of course, we also want to ask you about what are you going to do these days because you seem like you were busy, a lot of
Yeah.
공연 and stuff going on.
Yeah, so I have like, like I still do a lot of my classical stuff. I have like a recital next week in Daejeon. But then, for example, tomorrow I'm going to Gwangju to play my album for this like 방송 thing. And so just like really just random stuff. Like I have concertos coming up and just doing it all. Just trying to do it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one do you like doing the most? Among like there are so many different performances. Some you need to just play violin,
Yeah.
or some you have to sing.
For me, I think my favorite is doing like a classical recital, but like classical recital where there's also like kind of a lecture aspect where I can kind of talk about the pieces and I'll always put like 1 or 2 singing songs at least for the encore. But I guess mainly focused on violin playing is my favorite, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about the next song you're gonna perform for us, let us know about this. So Blue
you have another
Flame?
live song. I did not
Yeah.
know about
Yeah, one
this.
more.
Sorry, I
So
did
Blue
not see
Flame.
that. What
So
is
these
Blue
two
Flame?
songs are these two songs, like Will You Be My Home and Blue Flame, are the first times that I actually took part in writing the songs.
Okay.
And so Blue Flame is just a violin and band song. And this song was inspired by, I lived in Boston for 10 years. And every fall in Boston was very special because the new school year is starting. So there's so much energy in the air, right? And so this song was inspired by just happy morning, like
Okay.
party time morning, like that type of song.
Okay, let's hear it right away then.
I'm so curious about it. We're gonna give him some time to set up here, and then of course, wow, I'm so glad that he's actually singing 2 songs. Anytime you're ready, let us know.
Oh, this one, by the way, he's not going to be singing, but sticking to playing violin only, yeah.
All right.
Let's go. This is Danny Koo live in the studio with Blue Flame. loved his live. He's like the first guy made me put on my headphone during the live session. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the great live.
대단하다.
Alright.
Danny. You know, I don't want to. I just want to lock the door and don't let you go out. But we're already running out of time already.
Yeah.
So let us know about your next plane and like any last words for our listeners.
Oh, first of all, it is for real. I'm so excited to be here in the studio with you guys. And, you know, Kride is one of those 대표적인 radio 방송들 on TBS. And
Not one of those, but the one and only.
yes! And,
so sweet of you.
you know, it's really nice to be infused with this energy. Also, it's nice to speak English. And you know what? Your listeners are also very sweet.
Right.
Very sweet. And I just had a really good time. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Actually, we have a 삼행시 here from Cloud K here.
삼행시.
Should we go for it? 데니구 삼행시요. 데니구님의 스페셜 게스트라고요.
니.
이럴 수가 헐 대박.
구.
그때보다 명품이 데니구님 바이올린 연주 노래가 더 명품인 거 알죠?
아, 감사합니다. 아이고 센스쟁이.
진짜. We have one more here from Lucy님. Can you read the last message for us?
아, 라디오 듣다가 노래 너무 좋아서 유튜브 들어왔어요. 아, 감사합니다.
진짜. I really thank you so much for performing for us. For your latest news and updates, can we just like follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, probably SNS is probably the best way to go.
Okay.
The best way to see everything that I'm doing.
Yeah, please do come back.
Oh,
진짜.
please have me again.
We have more
I would love
time to
to.
talk and
그러니까요.
harass him more, you know.
다음에 또 불러주세요. 진짜
네,
달려올게요.
다음에 또 꼭 오세요. For the rest of everybody, we'll see you guys in part 4. Have a safe trip to Daegu, Daejeon, is it?
Yeah. 대전
Right.
and Gwangju and yeah.
Okay, have a best. I wish you all the best and see you next time. Bye.